Hi, my name is Judy, and it is the end of 2025. We're going into 2026, and I'm looking at where I succeeded and where I failed. So let me know if any of this speaks to you. I'm going to start at the beginning of the year. Beginning of the year, I had just started a brand new job. I was ready to restart my channel after having taken a couple of months break due to the world falling apart, up to and including starting a new job, and everything seemed to be going great until I got a new boss. It took a very short amount of time for me to realize that my job was over come the end of June. So I got stressed out and let it get to me. Had to let something go. That something was YouTube. The reason is it has the least amount of return on investment. It takes time, takes energy, and with although appreciated 78 subscribers, I was getting, if I was lucky, 6, 7 views per video and no interaction whatsoever. So it did not seem worth keeping it when I had to let something else go. My writing was still giving me peace. My photography was giving me peace. My time spent with my dogs, including the one sitting next to me, I expect any minute to jump up and get into the video himself, which might get people to watch. All great things, and they were keeping me going. And especially Loki here. So that sounds like the bad parts. On the plus side, shortly after losing my job, let me rewind. Prior to losing my job, anticipating it coming, I cut back on everything. I canceled all my YouTube memberships. I canceled my YouTube Prime. I went through my streaming channels and went through my streaming channels and canceled almost every one of them. And those that I kept, I downgraded to include commercials. I was in the process of cutting back on coffee, so I knew I'd save there. I canceled the camera lens I wanted to get. I really was looking forward to it. It was a 0D 10mm lens. So looking forward to doing some architectural photography with it, but I canceled it. Not an investment I could make at that point. Everything was going into a bank account to get me through till I found another job. It's the end of December. I'm still looking for a job. Now, last but not least, once the 15-week migraine went away and the nausea went away, about 3, 4 weeks after I stopped being employed, shortly after that, I got diagnosed with CLL, chronic lymphomic leukemia. And it is a very, very expensive thing to treat. Wow, life is good, huh? On the plus side, I was able to go to my nephew's wedding up in Massachusetts because I'd booked and paid for the room much earlier and I could just drive up. I was able to get out or stay in and get a photograph done every single day, which is something I promised myself to do. I kept my fitness goals. They've been going consistently since I first set them as a goal in December of 2023. I'm doing pretty good with that one. As of this morning, because I am actually recording this on New Year's Eve, as of this morning, I have closed all of my Apple Watch rings on every single day. Exceeded some of them in a couple of days. And those are all successes. I've completed 2 short stories of a set, um, Paranormal Maryland. I have halfway completed a novel, which took a very weird turn as I was writing it. Started out as a missing persons mystery and turned into a missing persons paranormal mystery. It's not done yet, so we'll see what happens. I wrote another short story that, again, paranormal story, doesn't go with the ones I have, and there's a whole different story to go with that, and I've actually recorded that video. Over the summer, once the migraine was gone, I did record 20 videos to go up that will never, ever see the light of day. That was attempt number 2 at restarting my channel. This is attempt number 3. I don't know if this is 3rd time's a charm or 3 strikes you're out, but I guess we'll find out in 2026. I did have a project I did not get completed, but I'm not looking at it as a failure because I think I underestimated the amount of work involved. I had set myself a project, and I didn't say it was going to be in 1 year, so I guess technically I didn't fail. I set myself a project of photographing the alphabet in the wild. I thought I was starting off really good because the day after I set this goal, I found a Z. Z's aren't that easy to find, but I found one. It's a good omen, right? Day or 2 after that, I found what I figured would be the hardest letter to find, and that was a Q. Again, really good, right? I have 2 photographs that could be multiple letters. I have a photograph that is obviously a specific letter, but the 2 that could be either or, they can be up to 3 different letters. The only restriction I put on myself for this thing is I would not use a tire or a manhole cover for an O. Not going to happen. That is not the plan. Well, I'm continuing that into 2026, and I will keep going until I finish it. It's kind of hard to do, but I think it might be worth it. So those are my creative endeavors. I managed to be very creative, if not productive, in 2025. So I guess the truth of the matter is you're not a failure as long as you're trying. And every time you fail, it's just one more step to succeeding. I believe the actual phrase is everybody sucks at stuff until they don't. As long as I don't give up, I haven't really failed. And I think that is the lesson I'm bringing into the new year. Hopefully, that's the lesson that speaks to other people. Hopefully, it speaks to you. And I'd just be curious, what are you bringing into the new year? What did you reflect on in 2025 to set your 2026 goals? And if you did, how do you feel about how you did in 2025? I'd really like to know. I'd love some feedback. So there is a comment section. More than welcome to comment on it. You can tell me I'm a nut. I don't care. To be perfectly honest, you can like this, you can dislike this. Thumbs up, thumbs down, doesn't matter. Every little piece of feedback matters. Everything you think is important. And your opinion matters. Hopefully, you'll be back to see me in 2026. I'd say I'll see you in 2026, but this is a recording, so I'm not going to see you. And until then, bye.